Garoppolo, first play, going to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. This is caught. Touchdown! Michael Thomas. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them today. Get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone. The first points of the ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That drive started with Miller stayed in front of them. In Colts territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round. On the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? They're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now. And they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again. And sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And incomplete on the deep ball. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he is going to have a Saints first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
On 3rd down, Winston. Screen play set up for Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 16. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Williams, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. They'll run it with Williams. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams punching it in from the yard line. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They wanted to get on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here on the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. And drive along, spanning 15 plays. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on it, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And this one too low.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. First down, Winston. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Up the middle, it's Williams.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when the quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Garoppolo on first down. He's going to try and go deep again.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jahan Dotson,
39 yards.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So
a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we're welcoming back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. If they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Throwing, Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is taken in at the 5.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they get hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spill it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams with his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the fourth quarter and drive right down the field. It's still in the lead. Wants to try to end the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive of 4 plays. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. On first down, Garoppolo. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And there's another step. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Saints will have the football back.
I was going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big, they had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and get... He's got a man! Complete! Touchdown! New Orleans! Chris Olave, 67 yards. And the Saints continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Let's go on the extra point. Lead is now 24. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He's starting to have to give him more credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The busy night continues for Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Garoppolo now. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating second and long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Garoppolo looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 9 yards and sets him up for 3rd down. Right where this 2nd down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Garoppolo. Oh, look at the juke. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They got 29 yards that time. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front. It's incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They try the left side here with Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Winston here to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And they knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And it's a room to run now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
5 yards remain on second down.
There's Garoppolo to throw.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third.
Montgomery another target and catch.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 28. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The Saints season will march on.